Hi, this is AliShanMao here, and we are setting up the YS-X6. So this is going to be a complete series on how to set up your YS-X6 autopilot system or autonomous flight system for multirotors on your multirotors. I decided to use the F550 hexacopter on this one because right now this is the version which is under construction or building, so it's very easy for me to fit everything inside at this moment. These are the things. We have a GPS here, okay, IMU unit, vibration proof mount for the IMU unit, the main autopilot system, the controller and stuff, Wi-Fi set, cables, related cables, LED, and the COM port cable for you to connect your controller to PC, and also you have this zero UAV visiting card type thing. You have to keep it very safe because this is very important. It has a serial number which is your username for logging in to the GCS, for connecting to the Wi-Fi, sorry. So this is your serial number for connecting to Wi-Fi when connecting to YS-X6 Wi-Fi using your phone, iPad, iPhone, or devices supported to connect to this system. Okay, so first off, we are going to connect everything together, which is very simple, and you can see it right away. After that, we will do the installation video, how to install different components on your quadcopters, and after that, we will do another video on how to configure the GCS software, configure your radio control, setting the fail-safe, and lots of things. So basically, if I go follow all the options of this system, this is going to be very complicated video. So what I'm going to do is keep it really simple. So here we go. First, let's start doing the connections. So this is your main controller here. Alright. The first thing you're going to connect is the GPS, which is very simple. So watching this controller this way, alright, according to the camera orientation at your left, you have AETR channel 6 to channel 8 and COM1, COM2, COM3, LED, etc. And this side you have M1, M2, M3. So accordingly, if you look here, you will see G1 and G2, and if you look closely, there are grooves made on these connections, so there is no way you can plug something wrong. It will go in only one way. So just plug the GPS on the G1, G2. Alright, so GPS is plugged onto G1, G2. Now your IMU unit also has a red and black cable, and there is no way you can fit it wrong. So look here, it says I1, I2, and matching the orientation, the only way it fits, just plug it in. Alright, so your IMU unit and GPS unit is connected. Now from M1 to M8 are going to be your ESCs. Next, if you look at it, LED at the left side of the controller, it says LED, and your LED controller or your LED connector will fit only one way. So this is your LED connected on the left side. Now connecting your Wi-Fi is also very easy. You can simply pick up the cable. There is one cable which is like servo connector at this side, and the other type of connector which fits only in your COM3 port of your Wi-Fi unit and connect it to COM3. There you go. Connects to COM3. Your Wi-Fi unit is ready. And install the antenna. Of course, you can always install the antenna later before you turn off the power on the system. Alright, now the next thing we're going to do is connect your receiver. Now when you're connecting your receiver, look here at the left side, this is AETR. So aileron, elevator, throttle, rudder, channel 5 and channel 6 will control your flight modes. 7 and 8 are for you to use. These are free channels, so you can use them for anything. So they have provided you with lots of servo cables. Start plugging them in to aileron, elevator, throttle, rudder, channel 5, channel 6. Now to keep things simple, I'm not gonna plug 7 and 8 and talk about it. We are just gonna keep things simple. Okay, now talking about the receivers, Futaba takes differently the channel setup or channel things, and the JR radios or spectrum radios are different. So consult your receiver or your radio user manual and accordingly connect the right channels to the right channels of your receiver. I'm using a Futaba radio, so I'm gonna connect aileron to channel 1. Normally on spectrum, channel 1 is your throttle, so be very, very careful. Consult your manual again. On the Futaba, aileron is channel 1, elevator is channel 2, throttle is channel 3, rudder is channel 4, this is your channel 5, and channel 6 for flight mode control. Okay, now comes the power. So here is the power cable provided. One of the powers will go to your Wi-Fi unit. That's a 2-pin connector which fits nicely on a Wi-Fi unit. And this red connector will simply go to the power port on your controller, which says P right here. Alright, so simply following the orientation, E connected to P. Alright, this side M1 to M8 we will connect the ESCs. So consult the user manual of YS-X6 and also see what kind of quadcopter or hexacopter or multirotor you're going to use, and accordingly which one should be your ESC 1, 2, 3, 4, accordingly which ESC should go where. You should see the user manual and then connect your ESCs accordingly from M1 to M8. Alright, one more thing I would rather say, it is better to remove the red cables from your ESCs. You don't want to supply so many powers to your controller. Okay, so now these are the connections. Very simple, very easy. IMU unit will be mounted using the vibration proof mount, and GPS antenna will be mounted on top of this little tower. You decide how these things go inside your multirotor here, okay, and mount them right. Make sure the IMU sits in the total center. Mostly, it's not a very basic rule, but mostly in the center you have the least vibrations. So keep it in the center somewhere, and remember the arrow on your IMU should point to the head or to the forward direction of your multirotor. Remember that. Similarly, your GPS has an arrow. Your arrow should point, when you're mounting the GPS unit, this arrow should point towards the head or the forward direction of your multirotor. Alright, so now we are going to put everything inside this hexacopter, and after that the next step is downloading the software, installing the software on your preferred device, that is iPhone or Android phone, pads, whatever you're using, or computer. And then the next step is to set up your radio model, to set up your radio fail-safe, and then set up your Wi-Fi and connect it to your Wi-Fi unit, what Wi-Fis you can use. Normally the Wi-Fis will give you mostly 300-meter range. If you need more range, use the data radios. In case you just want to use the iPad, iPhone, Wi-Fi hotspot enabled devices, you are going to need Wi-Fi unit which is very low range, like maximum 200, 300 meter. Maybe there are Wi-Fi units with more range, but you can do something about it later. So first we're going to use a simple Wi-Fi unit and show you how everything goes together. So let's wait for the next video then.